12 Lakers face the 13-11 Celtics. Stephen A. would go as far as to say they're irrelevant. Take a listen.
It ain't LeBron James' fault. When that brother healthy, we know what he brings to the table. But because of the rest of the team, the Lakers are on the verge of being irrelevant in the championship equation. When we talk about fear as it pertains to the Warriors or the Suns, fear is what we should be talking about with the Lakers.
Who should I start with, Mr. Hot Take?
And you got on a Kobe jacket. Man, what's wrong with you, man?
Yeah, that is so disrespectful.
What
that got to do with anything?
How are you going to rep Kobe, the ultimate Laker, and then talk that blasphemy?
Because I'm not talking about Kobe's Lakers,
but the fact that you didn't even have that on,
I'm talking about
I hate when you
Lakers,
imitate my
okay?
voice.
So
all
that's
right, so state your case, and then you'll respond. Are the Lakers on the verge of irrelevance?
Not only are they on the verge of irrelevancy, let me show you how Keyshawn, I'm about to say something even the great Keyshawn Johnson can't come back from. You're going to agree with me on this. Are the Lakers synonymous with championships, yes or no?
Yes.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So my point is, when I'm talking about relevancy, I'm saying if you're not a part of the championship equation as a member of the Lakers, you ain't going to matter. Now, if you were the Knicks, you can get the first round and you relevant.
You would know. You was at the game the other night looking very disappointed.
I was hurt right now. They didn't show the picture of me when the Knicks came back and erased a 20-point deficit. They showed me when we were down 20.
Yeah, but they lost anyway.
They lost anyway, but
that's
neither here nor there. My point is that, listen, you got to crawl before you walk when you're a New York Knicks fan, along with various other franchises. The Los Angeles Lakers are the Los Angeles Lakers. It's a different standard. And what I am saying is that if I'm looking at you as a team, and I'm saying ain't no way in hell you win in the championship. That's my definition.
24 games into the season?
Let me finish. I'm saying I'm just expressing what my belief is as it pertains to relevancy for the Los Angeles Lakers.
Okay.
If this were the Clippers, I wouldn't say that. If this was another team without those championship expectations, or if championship expectations were foreign to them, I wouldn't say that. But I'm saying when you're the Lakers and LeBron James is the face of your franchise, and you got Anthony Davis and you got Russell Wilson and Russell Westbrook, and I'm looking at your franchise and I'm like, ain't no way in hell you winning the chip.
Okay.
That's relevant.
That's different.
So for me, I'm saying to you this. The Golden State Warriors are the best team as far as I'm concerned.
Right now, today.
They ain't nobody in the West. The only team that's got a chance of beating them is the Phoenix Suns. The Los Angeles Lakers might not make it out the first round. This is what I'm saying about the Los Angeles Lakers. That's why I make that statement.
You might be right.
But they ain't beat Phoenix and they ain't beating the Warriors.
But I don't know that 24 games into the season, and neither do you, Stephen A. As much as you cover the NBA.
Warriors?
You can't. No, we're talking about the Lakers.
All right, no.
You're saying they can't get out. You're saying they can't get out the first round. You're saying they're getting ready to become irrelevant.
I'm saying that's how they look like they're very
No, that's not what you said. You said they get ready to become irrelevant.
That's what I'm saying. I'm telling you.
I don't know that.
Let me say this to you never. Let me guarantee you this. They ain't beating no Warriors.
But we're not talking about bringing up the Warriors. Because I agree with you. Based on the way that they're playing right now, they know where in the hell they're going to beat anybody.
Okay.
But we're only 24 games into the season. Now, if you talk to me after All-Star break and we still sitting at sub 500 and we looking like clunkers, then I'm going to cave in to you, no question about it. But as we sit right now, and you know this as well as I know, because you've been covering the NBA forever, LeBron James' new teams have always started out slow when they mixing things up.
That's true.
We've been injured in and out of the lineup. We got to get AD to act right.
Even when he went to Miami at first. It took a minute. Yeah.
Everywhere. Even when he got back to Cleveland the second time around. So give it some time before you start just condemning us.
But it's not about the team. It's not about just how the team is playing. It's about the personnel that you have. Like, for example, you ain't going to get Russell Westbrook a jump shot. Now, Anthony Davis, as big time as he is, you're not going to get him comfortable playing the 5. That's just not who he is. You made the right decision by starting Dwight Howard a few games ago. You should do that. DeAndre Jordan should never been started. It should have been Dwight Howard. But in the end, what I'm saying is they got a problem shooting the basketball, and I'm not.
We have not shot the ball well.
And by the way, I said this on Countdown Friday night. Let me state this right in front of your face. I'm not wishing for this. I'm not calling for this. They don't change quickly. Frank Vogel's going to get fired.
Okay, pause right there. LeBron responded to that. I want to play some sound.
Criticism comes with the job. You know, Frank is a strong-minded guy. He has a great coaching staff. And we as his players have to do a better job of going out and producing on the floor. You know, so we're a team and an organization that you know, that don't mind some adversity, that don't mind people, you know, saying things about us, obviously, because it comes with the territory.
Can I respond without even asking a question? That annoys me.
What?
Let me explain. Criticism, adversity, it's neither. We're watching. You're not playing in the privacy of your home. You're not playing in your bedroom or something like that. You are playing in front of thousands of people and millions watching. All folks are doing is saying, "Yo, we watching the game of basketball," and that is not what we're supposed to be seeing.
But you are criticizing it by and not using it in the context of how the team is constructed and where they're at. So you basically, not you, but people are starting to chatter about he needs to be fired if he doesn't do this or that, which it could become a fireable offense at some point in time. I don't think they're there yet. They're not there yet, right? I mean, you got to let them gel a little bit, man.
Let me say this. Frank Vogel won a title.
Yes, 2 years ago.
Or 2 years ago. Frank Vogel had the #1 defense for years. When he was coaching in Indiana, he had a top-rated defense, #1, #3, whatever. It was always that way. One year he was #1, another year he was #3. He is known as a defensive mind. The Los Angeles Lakers has been hovering around 27th, 28th ranked defense for months now. When you consider the fact that LeBron is 36, that Russell Westbrook is 32 going on 33, LeBron will be 37 this month, Anthony Davis is your younger player, Melo's 37, who, by the way, has been playing well and what have you. When you consider that and the window of opportunity available to you, you can't afford, if you're Jeannie Buss and Rob Pelinka, to sit around and wait when you know the window is now. Warriors ain't getting worse. Phoenix Suns ain't getting worse. Utah ain't getting worse. By the way, the job Jason Kidd's doing in Dallas, they ain't getting worse. Kawhi is eventually coming back to the Clippers, who beat the Lakers last week. They ain't getting worse, and they got one of, if not the best coach in basketball in Ty Lue. When you witness all of that transpiring before your very eyes, there comes a point in time, if you're the Lakers, where you got to make a change. I'm not advocating for it because I believe in Frank Vogel. But these players can talk all they want to, but you ain't produced it for him. You didn't produce last year. You sat around and was feeling yourself because you were champions. You damn sure ain't feeling yourself this year. And oh, by the way, this is the same Jeannie Buss, and everybody forgets this. This is the same Jeannie Buss that ended up fighting in court and out of court for control of the franchise over her brother. If the wonderful woman that Jeannie Buss is, who's phenomenal, makes a decision to fight her brother on behalf of the franchise, what you think she gonna do to Frank Vogel if this continues? I'm
never gonna say that she not gonna heads aren't gonna roll. Heads ain't gonna roll 25 games, 26 games into the season.
And I'm saying,
so you got to give it an opportunity to develop. You got to. Defensively, yes, they've been struggling. How many new faces are on that defense? It's like me and you. We ain't worked together much, but when we work together, because we got off-camera chemistry,
right,
we can just do our thing. They got to be able to do the same thing, but you got to give them time to gel, to mesh. I don't believe people are giving that opportunity in that time, Stephen A.
I'm saying.
Just because it's the Lakers and LeBron.
Yeah, but at some point, listen, sooner than later, you don't wait around. And by the way,
all right, we're out of time.
They got plenty of coaches that can coach.